Hello everyone, let's start grade 10 English first poem Dust of Snow written by Robert Frost. Already in grade 9 we have studied Road Not Taken and this time we have Dust of Snow. It's a very short and sweet poem. Let's see in depth. The poem Dust of Snow is a very short poem, very simple poem, but it has a depth meaning. Through this poem, the poet wants to say us that sometimes negative things also gives us positive effect. So let's see the first stanza. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. In the first stanza, the poet wants to say that it was a winter season, everywhere snow was falling, and he was on a off mood that day, very sad mood. The poet was in a off mood, very bad mood because of some reason, and that's why he was roaming out in the wood in the jungle, and while walking he came under a hemlock tree. On one of the branch of the hemlock tree a crow from somewhere came and was sitting on one of the branch, and he was shaking his wings. So because of that movement the snow fall down on the poet's head. The poet was in a bad mood, but as soon as that snow fall on his head, his off mood changed into some happy mood. So let's see the rhyming scheme of the first stanza. Crow is the last word of the first line. Second line last word is me. Third line's last word is snow, and fourth line's last word is tree. So first word line's last word is rhyming with the third line's last word crow snow, and me is rhyming with tree. So I will put A number in front of crow and me will take B number. Again snow will take A number because it is rhyming with crow, and tree will take B number. So what will be the rhyming scheme? A B A B. So here in the first stanza what we have seen, the poet was sitting under the hemlock tree. He was upset that day and he did not do very good on that day. Suddenly, a crow sitting on a tree shakes the tree, and fine particles of snow from tree fall on the poet's head. The soft and cold touch of snow changes the poet's mood from sad to happiness. He starts feeling soothed and refreshed. In this way, a simple moment proves to be very significant, very important. And half of the mood the poet wasted, but because of that snowflakes fall on the poet's head, his half of the day was saved. But poet was in regret why I wasted my half of the day. The poem describes a very simple happening in very simple words. It tells us that sometimes even a small incident may prove be a very larger significance. Sometimes very small things also gives a good effect. The poet is upset in the beginning of the poem, but a small incident of falling of snow changes his mood totally. Now let's see the second stanza. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So we have seen the poet was in off mood, but as soon as that snow fall down on his head, his off mood changed into good mood, and half of the day was saved. But half of the day was rude also. Okay. So in the poem, the poet feels relaxed and thankful to the nature because sometimes nature is having a healing properties. We are in a off mood, bad mood, but when we are taking a nice walk near the sea, near the bank of the river, or walk in the woods, our bad mood changes into good mood. So let's see the second stanza's rhyming word. Heart is rhyming with part and mood is rhyming with rude. So I will put A number to heart, mood will take B number, again part will take A number, and rude will take B number. So what will be the rhyming scheme of second stanza? Again A B A B. So here we have two words. Hemlock is a poisonous tree and rude means held in regret. The poet was feeling very sorry because of his half of the mood was wasted. So it was a very simple poem. In the poem we have two negative things, crow and hemlock tree. In Christianity, in Bible, crow is a symbol of sadness, death, and hemlock is a poisonous tree. From these two negative things, the poet got some positivity. So whenever we are in a negative mood or we are surrounded by some negativity, so what we have to take from that negative thing also try to find out some positive. Okay, this all was the essence of this poem. We will discuss some figures of speeches too. In the line, the dust of snow, we have two figures of speeches, oxymoron and antithesis. Because the dust of snow, here dust is also given and snow is also given. Dust is having a drying property and snow is having a moist property. So both the words are having a opposite ideas. So here oxymoron is also possible and antithesis is also possible. Our next line is has given my heart a change of mood. The line is having synecdoche because a part, the heart represent the whole. So whenever the part represent for the whole, it's a synecdoche. So I hope you understood the poem.